This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
A Shiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. The Pro Volleyball Federation Radio Network is live. This is the Pro Volleyball Federation post-match show, brought to you by NextAg Appraisal and Realty.
Well, Pro Volleyball Federation Radio Network, GP Coach Renee Saunders, Enrique Alvarez-Clary, and take a deep breath and try to breathe in what we just saw tonight.
Give me a hug. That was awesome.
You
Stephanie.
are legendary. A legendary performance.
Fantastic.
Legendary performance. Stephanie Samity walking up. She's going to go talk to the CBS folks. But that's okay, because we just want to high-five her on a night where she performed at a level that this federation hasn't seen, and on the biggest stage so far, in the most critical time of need, she did the thing exactly as it needed to be done. And first, let's thank our sponsors. Again, the folks from Spalding, Franklin, REN Athletics, Girl Talk, CHI Health Center, National Bank of Omaha, Coca-Cola, Baxter, and Quality Brands of Omaha. Coach Renee Saunders.
Woo! My heart is racing.
Betty, how do we even begin to understand? How do we can't overstate. It's difficult to do just randomly. But to reverse sweep in the biggest match of the season on the biggest stage, gritty is how you define this performance.
It was almost you never know what's going to happen when you get into a Final Four semifinal championship with so much on the line. And I felt like really the first two sets, they let the Mojo dictate everything. And then as soon as they had a little bit of spark and could get it going just a little bit, they stole that momentum back and were able to really just play Supernova volleyball. And in the process, they had San Diego reeling, San Diego second guessing, had all sorts of things happening that they hadn't faced all year. And that's a team that's 6-4 going into this match today in 5-set matches, 6 wins, 4 losses. And somehow Omaha got all the momentum back. And I think it's the cool part about volleyball, right? Is that it's cool and it's the part that gives you gray hairs, but you can never sit back and just be okay with where you're at. You constantly have to keep the pedal to the metal.
Go get her before we get too busy. Yeah. It's the thing that, listen, we sat back, and at various points we were having a discussion. I said, okay, just get the 5 sets, even at 2-0, and I kept waiting for the ignition to be lit. And then there was the play at point 22 in set 3, and I said, there it is. There it is. That looks like a Supernovas team. That looks like the type of play that this team is capable of making. And it's the extra gear. It's the extra elevation. It's the extra velocity coming off your hand. And then it was the extra celebration. That's the tightest circle that they had come together at any point in this thing. And to see them get together and actually wrap up and say, okay, now we're in business. Just impressive, Coach.
It is. It's one of those things where you're I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost like you're waiting for somebody else to make that move, to make that aggressive play, to make that dig. And then when somebody does, it like frees everybody up to just play. And I think the beginning of the match, that was San Diego. They were playing free. They were playing to win. And Omaha was playing not to lose. And I think that's just a bad combination. When you're trying to win a championship, you can't play not to lose. But really, that's what Grand Rapids did as well against Atlanta, is they just played to win and they kept grinding away and making big digs. That's what I want to see is the Supernovas, 70 digs, 63 set assists. San Diego actually has 73 digs, 51 set assists. San Diego hits 220. Omaha hits 300s. Omaha has 9 blocks, 17 positive touch. San Diego, 10 blocks, 17 positive touch. San Diego passes 13% perfect, 35% good. Omaha, 32% perfect, 59% good. We look so calm in serve receive that I think that carried into the rest of our game. And then we make some big digs here and there, get a block here and there. And then Stephanie Samity, absolutely a hammer. They didn't have an answer for. And that's got to give you hope even when you're down 0-2.
That's the person that before the match started in the pre-match, DP was saying he thought that this was a big Stephanie Samity game because Stephanie Samity, when she joined the Supernovas, her first match off the bench was that second match in San Diego.
Yep.
So San Diego hadn't gotten a good look at her. So when she came out and she starts ripping those shots, that's something that they didn't account for. That's somebody that they had film on because they had seen the other matches, but not somebody that they had gone against for a full match.
And she has a different arm swing.
Yes.
Like it's not one that's long and high and over the top. Like it's through the ball and she can cut out of that. And that the fact that it's a little different, the contact point's a little different, but the fact that she has so much velocity behind it and yet so much control and placement, she's just a dangerous attacker. And then I love that she got in on the blocking action at the end. She just like lit up the room tonight. I'm so proud of her. That was awesome.
I don't want to bury another lead in this thing, but give Coach Bird credit for sticking to. She could have gone in a different direction. She could have flipped the script and gone to the bench like she did Sunday. But she said, you know what, there's a simple adjustment that we need to make. We'll make that adjustment because we've got players on the bench who can make the play. And listen, I'm not sure that the MVP isn't Sydney Hillen. I'm not sure because she was the difference maker in sets 3 through 5.
The one big change.
It was the only change. It was the only change. And it was really the only change they needed to make at the time. And it was a different look. And we hit we hit well off of Sydney Hilly. And so we also hit well off Naughty. And that's what, like, when Bird makes decisions, like, she knows that both people are very capable of doing what they need to do. But, you know, we just couldn't get in the flow. And maybe it would have been the same result at the end because the whole team played better in set 3, where I think the changes would have happened. If we wouldn't have come out to that fast lead, then I think we would have saw changes. And I'm glad that Bird trusted her players that were in, made the one change that they needed to make, and that all the players stepped up and executed their game plan better.
To say how deep this was, to get better play from Christina in sets 3 through 5, to get better play from Dela Cruz in sets 3 through 5, and getting better play from Tori Dixon, sets 3 through 5, when they all struggled in sets 1 and 2. And there was some resolve, but there was some concern. Like, there was actually concern. You could see it on their faces. And then to watch them come out after intermission, and then the moment where it clicks, and then plays start to be made, and then shout out again to this crowd who 8,416 didn't leave, didn't panic, didn't sit on their hands. And then when the time came, they stood up, rallied, and I guarantee you there'll be more than 8,400 here on Saturday in the final.
The mental makeup of this Supernovas team was tested today. I mean, you fought back in the first set to make it 25-20, but in the second set, it was all San Diego. 25-16, Omaha loses the second set to San Diego to come out and to hold San Diego to 18 and then 8 in the third and fourth sets. And as you were saying before, as the note that we had from before, that is the first time in a non-fifth set that a Pro Volleyball Federation team has been held to single digits in a set. The ability to do that after 2 shaky sets and to reverse sweep a San Diego Mojo squad that seemingly had your number to start the match, the mental makeup of this Supernova squad was on full display today.
God, that was fun. I mean,
was it?
I mean,
it was
the first
stressful.
2 sets. Yeah, it is. Like, I mean,
Was
even
it?
the fifth set was pretty close.
I don't know what it was.
4-5, 10-9,
I don't know
12-9.
I don't know what do you
15-11.
I don't know how you describe that as a coach.
A roller coaster.
Okay,
That's a gray hair game.
right?
Yeah.
Like that's
That's
fair.
what we make the big bucks for.
Right. That's the thing that you can just kind of go, okay, yeah, all right, fine. This is what we did. I was trying to find some calm, and my phone was blowing up during the match, and they said, "Man, you're riding this one out," and I said, "I'm waiting. I'm waiting. It's coming, but I'm waiting." So here's what we'll do: we'll throw it to break, and then we'll come back. Harrison will come back, and we'll have Brooke Nuneviller side by side, and we will talk about this exceptional evening here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Take your internet service to new levels with Allo, your award-winning internet provider across our fiber hoods. Allo isn't just about the fastest internet available. It's about connecting you to your world, work, and play seamlessly. Our award-winning service ensures affordable, secure, and reliable connectivity, setting us apart. Ready to transform your internet experience? Experience the fiber difference today. Sign up now at allofiber.com. Allo, connecting your world.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln. If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
The Pro Volleyball Federation Radio Network is live. This is the Pro Volleyball Federation post-match show, brought to you by NextAg Appraisal and Realty.
A 5-setter in Omaha on a Wednesday night in front of 8,416 Nova Nation's crazies who were patient, tolerant, and who outlasted San Diego. They stayed and got on their feet because in sets 3, 4, and 5, the Supernovas showed up in a way. Listen, the reverse sweep was spectacular. Brooke Nuneviller, young lady, baller. My goodness gracious. How do you feel? It's the lamest question I can ask, but how do you feel after that?
Oh, like tears in my eyes, like hugging my teammates like never before. I don't think there's a feeling that you can beat like that in sport, and I think that's why we all play. And, I think we fought and we just had a lot of fun at the end tonight.
It's interesting, right? That in sets 1 and 2, and from our vantage, we're saying, okay, hadn't been ignited yet, been igniting. And then set 3, there's a play that you came from the back row, and I looked at Renee and I said, there it is. There's the match that starts it all. What was said between sets 2 and 3?
We got to turn it on now. I just think we weren't making plays, I mean, defensively, someone gets one good touch and we're not like returning for a second one, or I don't know, we're tipping where we're not supposed. We're just not following the game plan well. And I think San Diego brought a lot of offense in the first 2 sets, and I think they passed really, really well. I don't think we served them tough enough. You could see in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I bet their passing numbers went down, started to make defense a lot easier for us. Our block got cleaner. It just felt like cleaner and more controlled volleyball, and then we started to take over.
Set 3, there's a play you from the back row. And again, we're talking Coach Saunders, and I'm like, it seems like there's an advantage, an opportunity with Supernovas go from the back row. And I get to break out my favorite phrase within the broadcast. Here comes back row Brooke. And it's a game changer because people, they can't identify where you are on the floor. They don't understand where your attack point is. For you, there seems to be a freedom in your play when you're in the back row. You're just productive. What's it feel like to know that you can change at the highest level? You can change the most important match of the season from the back row.
I mean, it's all about what my teammates were doing for me, I think defensively, I've always been pretty great. Like, that's just been my stronger suit. And I think our block tonight allowed me to do that, and I think you're talking about attacking from the back row. Sydney and Nazi both gave me incredible opportunities. One-on-one block, I mean, I should be able to get the kill off of that, so they gave me really great looks. And like I said, we played team defense tonight, and we took over. We really did.
I didn't want to bury the lead, but we were talking about it in the break, and I said, we can't overspeak Sydney Hilly enough.
Nope.
Coming off the bench and just leading the ship, right? Talk about Sydney and what she brought to you in sets 3, 4, and 5.
For the last 5 matches, I don't think she's gotten the start. And, she puts on a positive face at practice, and that is a hard position to be in.
Yeah.
We have 2 incredibly talented setters that it could be either of their nights, any game, and I think it just shows so much to Sydney that she was ready to come off the bench and she was ready to make a difference, and I think we all felt that. She was one of the players that I saw tears in her eyes after the match, because that's such a rewarding thing for a player to get that opportunity and perform, and I think we wouldn't have won that match without her.
Well, yeah, she ended up with 46 assists in 3.5 sets. Let's talk about your defense. 20 digs. 20 digs. You had a double-double, 20 digs, 15 kills, 1 service ace, no errors. You passed almost 38% of your balls perfect. But I was watching you in serve receive, and you were eerily calm. And whenever people are eerily calm, they're in the zone, right? And I felt like, especially once you stopped, not you, the Supernovas stopped stressing, you all kind of went into that area. And you beat a team 25-8 in professional volleyball. Did you ever think that you'd see the day that would happen?
Oof. I mean, they scored more points in the 5th than they did in the 4th. So, I mean, that shows a lot of I don't think they had an answer to what we were doing. It's not that they were playing bad volleyball. It's that we were really executing at a very high level.
Well, yeah, fourth set, you hit 500, 14 digs, 12 set assists. You had 3 aces, 3 errors. That was literally the only mistake. You had 4 errors in the whole fourth set. 3 of them were service errors, and I think 2 of them were after timeouts.
That's pretty great.
Yeah,
That's hard to stop.
Like you can't do anything better than that.
Yeah.
But watching you dig and make your reads that you're making, just the ability for you to extend the play, it has to give your teammates confidence. Like, don't they feel like, well, when Brooke's on the floor, like, we're going to get the ball?
I think like I said, like our block was in such a good position. I mean, there's times where none of us can dig balls because, I mean, I could be the one flying out to the antenna. I could leave holes in the seam, like whatever it is. I think I'm only allowed to play such good defense because they're making it so easy to read. So our block did such a great job in the last few sets.
What adjustments did they make? Because it was a big difference.
I mean, just slowing balls down. I think there was a few like open net opportunities in like the first couple sets that they're just bouncing. We can't dig those balls, but there was a couple reads that I can make. Like I read the hitter and the block is in front of the hitter. They know where they're going to attack and they're slowing the ball down and getting in a easier dig for me. So I don't know. We did great.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Now you get to play for the prize.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh,
against a team you just played.
Yep.
6 days prior.
That's kind of like the motto of this season. We just played San Diego for the 5th time, and now we'll play Grand Rapids for the 5th time.
Yeah. Well, I think Sunday was a wonderful practice, but I don't think we saw anything that we weren't familiar with and that you aren't familiar with. I'll ask you this: that in year one, to get to the championship game in your own building in front of a home crowd that's going to love and adore you, it's got to be pretty amazing to realize you've done this thing, that you've given this community this huge rallying point to get together and love on y'all. It's pretty amazing times just sitting from the passenger seat.
Let's just talk about the fans for a second. I mean, who would have – I'm not even going to lie to you. I did expect this support just because I know what Nebraska is, but to actually receive it and to feel it and to feel the love and to see fans crying after the game because they're celebrating that moment with you. I mean, it's really special. And for us to make it to the championship, not only for them, or not only for us, but for their continuous support that they've showed us this entire season. I mean, it was really special, and it's really special to be playing at home.
And I think in other places, down 0-2, a lot of people would walk out, but they didn't give up, and neither did you guys. That was my heart's still going.
Me too. I can't stop smiling.
And you don't have to stop smiling because you get to live to see another game.
I know. I just told my teammates, like, I'm so happy I get to play 3 more days with you.
It's awesome.
Because you're going into practice this morning and you're like, you never know. You never know. Let's work our butt off and let's see, what we can do.
Well, Atlanta bought cigars and champagne.
Yeah.
And, we know a locker room that could use them.
You know what? One point at a time, one set at a time, and I'm so happy. Like we can finally say one more match. We're there.
I'm proud of your roster because you battled. This was gritty and tough and heart-filled. And bravo to you. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy, recover, get yourself ready to go win a championship on Saturday.
Let's go. Thank you guys so much.
Let's go.
That is Brooke Nunaville. When we come back, we'll have Coach Bird. And we'll break this down. Maybe we'll have Coach Bird. If not, Coach Rico will sit with Coach Renee, and they'll break down this fantastic Wednesday night 5-setter in Omaha, Nebraska. Outstanding across the board. Saturday, it will be Grand Rapids and the Omaha Supernovas for the championship and $1 million. We'll be right back.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Far too many kids in our community face extreme challenges due to homelessness, abuse, and neglect. Despite the troubles these kids face, we believe in them. Believe in giving them the safety and stability they deserve. Your gift on Give to Lincoln Day will help us provide services to meet kids where they're at, while also showing them how far they can go. Please make your gift to Cedars on Give to Lincoln Day.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Pro Volleyball Federation Radio Network is live. This is the Pro Volleyball Federation post-match show, brought to you by Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
That's us.
The Pro Volleyball Federation Radio Network is live after both semifinal matches conclude. Grand Rapids, the 4 seed, upsets the 1 seed, and the Omaha Supernovas, the 2 seed, avoid the upset with a reverse sweep over the San Diego Mojo. We are joined by the head coach of the Omaha Supernovas, Laura Bird Kuhn. And Coach Bird, another 5-setter, another stressful, heart-pounding match. What did you go into the locker room? What was the first message to your team after this match concluded?
Oh, well, there were some words that I can't repeat on the radio.
Not necessary.
But it was right here at that huddle.
Okay.
But it's the resilience. They literally wrote the definition of resilience on display by how they played tonight. The first 2 sets, wow. Like, I would say they were just like stunned, whatever was happening. And then it was like, okay, this is a gut check. Like, we need to go into like practice mode, grind mode. You need to believe to your core that we're going to win. And there's going to be a lot of volleyball to be played tonight. And then the way they come out, and they were just focused, like locked in that 3rd set and the 4th set. It was the core of belief. I'm so proud of Sid and Nati, because the way they engage and the way they lead this team together, and it's always seamless when we go to one of them. I cannot talk about that dynamic enough, because it has been the reason why this team is so special. And then obviously just the players that stepped up and the way they just played their game and did their jobs. I mean, they locked in.
Stephanie Samity.
Dude,
welcome to Omaha.
So cool about it.
Only
Just
30
so
kills.
Cool. I know.
Calmly.
Yes.
And then a huge block at the end.
So chill. I just said that in the press conference. I go,
like, you would have thought she would have like gave like something, and it was just like, boop, I did my job.
It was like the 4th point of like the 3rd set where she
Yes.
was just like, all right.
Yeah, woo, energy. What? She got fired up in that 5th set, though. She was getting after it in the 5th set.
She wanted the ball.
In the first 2 sets, I was like, hey, Kendall, could you tell them to move the block over? We can see the attacker. I'm like standing where you're standing. Like, Steph, move that in. So that's what made me, there are like internal things. We just talked about this, internal things that like you are trying to execute during a match. When she clamped her in that 5th set, let's go. Like,
That's what you're trying to get to.
Yes.
It was a crazy match. And I've decided that the Supernovas play best when their backs are against the wall.
Why?
Let's not do that.
Because they
Let's not do that.
just love to make it dramatic.
They have a thing for the drama, huh?
Yeah. Is it, wait, what's it called when you just delay doing your homework and you just
Procrastinating.
right? Yeah. That's what we were doing.
Sandbagging and procrastinating.
Sandbagging.
I remember you saying that earlier in the season.
But in a totally different context.
Yeah, not an entire match worth of it.
That was okay. I don't even know what to talk about because I'm still caught up in the fact that you in professional volleyball beat San Diego 25-8 in a set.
Insane.
The first time
ever.
I know it's one season, but the first time in a single set, that isn't a fifth set, that a Pro Volleyball Federation team was held to single-digit points.
And what's wild is I feel like our matchup against them makes me nervous. Like they
It
have like
makes me
owned
nervous,
us
too.
really. But this is my thing. The ability for this team to lock in. It wasn't even like I think your opening line for this interview was, and Omaha avoids. And I'm like, avoids? We like turned around and like took it back. And I never talk like that.
Snatched
But
it.
like that
But you
fourth
did.
set, I
Snatched
was like, okay. John Corbelli like showed us his sheet. We didn't even get around the whole 6 rotation. We hardly had any serve receive because we point scored 17 points. Betty serve, and I think Steph went on a run too.
Snatched victory from the jaws of defeat.
Yes,
I like it.
That's
a
what you
great
did.
line.
I've heard that somewhere,
That's
but
a-
I'll take credit for it.
I like it.
So
It's
now you're
yours.
but now you're exactly you punched your ticket exactly where you wanted to be from day one. An
Yes.
opportunity
Yep. Opportunity
against the team you just played.
Yeah, but it's going to be a completely different match. They asked that before too. I'm like, at this level and this time of season, and it won't even feel like the same team. Like it is, and that's like a familiarity that will be like cool, but it will be a different match, a completely different match.
Was there an emphasis on setting the middles? Because at the beginning of the match, the first set, I think Tori got
7 balls.
Yeah.
Yep, she did. We
Was
were
that an
talking-
emphasis?
Yes, it's always an emphasis to get the balance going. But I mean, that's it. It has to be balanced. Like you have to have a balance. And we talked about that, but I think Sid came in and did it. Like she was moving it and juggling beautifully.
But she knew who the hot hitter was. And then she also knew they were going to cheat on the hot hitter, which is why I think Brooke came up so big, especially at the end.
That line
those
kill?
last couple swings. Well, and I mean, she's not shy. Like she goes for it, and that's why I like it. Like she
Yeah.
misses sometimes, but she's going for it every
She's
single time.
going for it, yeah.
Yeah. And in the first 2 sets, we were the ones like tipping, rolling. I was about to throw my pencil on the court. I was getting so mad.
You're like, I'm going to make a media timeout
But
right
then
here.
in the 3rd and 4th and 5th, all of a sudden we became the aggressors, and they started reeling and more aggressive on serve. All those fun things that we should have been doing from set
Yeah.
1.
And it was the serving because
Way more aggressive.
This is what I love about Nati. She came up and we were talking, and she made that point to them. This is why it's the leadership and the way they see the game, the way they can communicate too. Because she was like, we have to, one or the other, our serving or our passing, one of those first contacts has to be cleaner. And our serving is what led us. That sets the tone. It does.
Your passing was also cleaner. When you were talking about how they were calm, I literally just said that to Brooke. Like I'm watching them in serve receive, and they're just like diming passes, like stress free. Like it was like they weren't even breathing. It was just like easy. And I'm like, I know that ball is not easy that's coming at you, but they made it look super easy. But
They
it
made
was
those. They
a
made
calmness.
those. Yes, there was definitely a calmness, which I appreciate about them locking in. The short serves, though, to start the match, were those balls on fire?
Temi Thomas Hilara went on, I believe it was a 7-point streak on the short serve.
I'm like, hello, anybody?
Nobody can
Have
hear
we
you.
noticed that they're serving short yet?
Remember when I called that time out after I think Kendall missed it, and then Cree just like passed it out of bounds on the short ball. I'm like, all right, timeout. It's 5-0, and we can't seem to just handle the short serve.
So usually you're our last interview, but we have a record tire. So we're gonna swap
giving
you out.
this up.
We're gonna
Yeah,
swap
yeah.
you out real quick.
So,
Thank you so much for
the
joining us.
coolest 30 kills I've ever seen in my life.
Just the calmest 30 kills, the calmest block at the end of a 5th set. Just you've got the celebrations, but it was very relaxed. And we're joined by Stephanie Samity. Stephanie,
Hi.
you tied a Professional Volleyball Federation record for kills in a single match with 30. And it was the calmest 30 kills I think I've ever seen.
Probably, yeah.
Are you excited at all right now?
I'm ecstatic, yeah.
Are
Like
you?
this is so cool just to be in this position, just to have fought the way we did was amazing, and just so much fun to play with those girls. So yeah.
What made you so hard for them to dig?
I don't know.
What makes your swing different, or what's different about you that they just couldn't pick it up?
I don't know. I think like when I go up to swing, I hear my teammates just talking to me about like what they see. So like I'll hear like Kendall or Brooke just shouting out like what's open, and I think hearing them help me just helps me find the court and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, good. You have eyes on the ground.
For sure. I'm so grateful for them.
So after the first and second set, were you, you started catching fire. Were you demanding the ball at all? Like, was there a point where you were like, get me the ball. I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was in that way. Just kind of like, okay, yeah, like Sid, I'm here for you. I'm ready, or Nati, I'm ready. And, just want to show that like, okay, if you give me the ball, I'm going to put it away so you can trust me, kind of thing.
The whole arena knew you were the hot hitter, right? 30 kills, 61 swings. Do you need to get some ice on this?
Maybe on the knees,
And
but
those,
it's okay.
just a full ice bath, maybe
That'd
a little
be nice.
bit, because now you get an opportunity to play one more match with this team. What's that mean to you?
It means a lot. Like this has been such an amazing experience, and it's gone so fast, but I'm just so grateful to be here, honestly. It's been awesome.
We're grateful you're here too.
We are. It's kind of crazy that this is the second time we've had you on our airwaves, and it is the second time that we've had you on our airwaves after a San Diego match.
True. Very true. Yeah.
But the last time was a loss.
Yeah.
This time was a win.
This is a dub.
And it's the time you want to get the dub.
Right.
This is
For
when you
sure.
want the dub.
So,
Beat 'em when it counts.
like you just said, it means the world to you to play with this team and to play with these women. Does it also mean the world to you to play for $1 million on Saturday?
I mean, yeah, that's also a nice like bonus. But honestly, like I think all of us are really just in it for like each other, and like we want to compete and grind, and yeah, like we'll celebrate the $1 million after, that kind of thing.
What's the thought process going into this one after having just played Grand Rapids 6 days ago? Is that what it was?
Well, it will be on Sunday.
Okay, on Sunday, 6 days ago.
Or on Saturday, it'll be 6 days.
What's the thought process going into this one?
Yeah, I think just kind of giving ourselves like a clean slate. Like we know it's going to be a different match, like from our side and their side as well. So just going into it with an open mind of like what they could potentially be doing, and be able to like scout with the idea that like this is going to be a different kind of energy, for a championship match. So yeah, just try to scout the best that we can, and play to our strengths and stuff like that.
Grand Rapids has been a tough matchup. Every single match that we've played Grand Rapids, win or lose, has lasted like 3 hours. It's been a battle.
It's been crazy.
And it's just so even, because I think we're both teams are good at so many of the same things. If whoever crowned champion, what are they going to do best on Saturday? Whoever it is, either team, what are they going to do? What's going to be the difference maker on Saturday for either team?
I feel like it'll be the little things, and like how well they'll be able to like execute like as a team, like I think just everyone being able to do their job at a high level, making it easier for the next person will be key. So yeah, just knowing that like, okay, it's a championship match and there's a lot of emotion and just a lot of noise, but being able to like focus in on ourselves and like, this is what we need to do to execute, and like not letting it get to be too big, but just narrowing in on
the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Love it. Love that answer.
It's a great answer. So before we get out of here, what is the one message you want to send to the Pro Volleyball Federation fans, to the Omaha Supernova fans who might be making their way here on Saturday to the CHI Health Center?
Yeah, we are so grateful for you and your support. I haven't been here the whole season, but I know it's been an amazing, just supportive community. So I think we're grateful for you, and show up and cheer for us, and thank you. I don't know.
If you don't have tickets, get them.
Yeah, get your tickets now. I feel like
if you don't have tickets, get it. It's a Saturday afternoon. What else is there to do?
Right.
I feel like they're going pretty quickly, so get in there quick. But thank you so much for joining us after your, again, record-tying performance, 30 kills in a single match for Stephanie Samity. That's going to do it here for the Pro Volleyball Federation Radio Network, powered by 93.7 The Ticket. You can hear us on Saturday starting at 2:30 with our pre-match show. We'll be right back on Saturday
Adios.